If I'm dating you or I'm with you, like you're part of me too. So I want you to do good too. So I don't want to be out here flossing and my person is like half dead, can barely pay their bills. No, that's not gonna happen. Welcome to ChatterBox Toronto. This is your girl, ChatterBox Ashante, and I got my friend here.
How you doing, everybody? It's Theo.
Yes, my friend Theo. So today we're just gonna get right into the questions. We have two questions that we both agreed on discussing today, and I'm gonna start with the first question that I chose. So the first question that I have here is, if one person is making more money, should they provide more in the relationship? Do you think they should provide more in the relationship?
So for me, in my relationship, I always feel like everything should be 50-50. I understand, obviously you can't really make the exact same wage as your spouse. So
exactly.
If one person makes more than the other, maybe the onus could be on them to step up and say, you know what, I got this and I got that, and maybe take on, maybe volunteer yourself to take on maybe a little more responsibility instead of,
yeah, I feel like depending on your relationship too, if you just got with somebody, you're not really committed like that yet to be stepping in on their bills. But if you are making a significant amount more than your spouse, yeah, I agree with him. Why not be like, yeah, I'll pay the car note and I'll pay your insurance, every month until you can get on your feet, or we can meet up kind of similar, Yeah. So yeah, I do think, I don't know if should though, because if I say no, I don't want to, does that make me now if I say, why should I have to offer him, he can work or she can work, so is it do you have to, does it make you a bad person if you don't offer to pay, do you think? I think
it boils down to a little bit more factors.
Yeah.
Were the salaries like that when you guys first met? Did something happen during your relationship where suddenly now I'm making more? I think those come into play. I mean, if I met my spouse and we established I was making more, for me, I'll volunteer myself to take on a little more responsibility.
Yeah. I personally, I'm so kind. I would already do that too. If I see you're struggling with anything, I'm gonna be and I can do it. If I'm dating you or I'm with you, you're part of me too. So I want you to do good too. So I don't want to be out here flossing and my person is half dead, can barely pay their bills. No, that's not gonna happen. But I just wanted to, play devil's advocate and see, for those people who are my money is my money. But yeah.
To add on to that, I feel if you're in a relationship where you're selfless, where if you have that selfless mentality in a relationship and you're with somebody who's selfless, I feel like you won't spend a lot of time bickering and arguing about who should do this, who should do that, because at the same time you guys have one common goal in the relationship. Your finances are all balanced. You guys have financial plans together. So
right.
Whether I pay or whether you pay, it's both our money, and
exactly.
we're still working towards our financial goals.
Yeah, I think it just mainly depends on how far you are in the relationship, how committed you are, because obviously that's a big factor.
For sure.
So yeah, I think we answered the question. I mean, y'all can comment below if you have anything to add, or if you don't agree, let us know. So we're gonna move right on to the next question.
If you have a child with someone and you end up breaking up, do you have the pretty much the authority to tell your ex who they can have the child around?
That's a good question. So I have a child, so I can speak on it. I mean, it's so tough because I don't think you have the right to say something, but I can say to you, don't bring my child around so and so, but at the end of the day, you're their parent, so you can make the full decision on, is this person okay for me to bring my child around and so forth. So I just think it's, yeah, you have the right to say, but you can't stop me from bringing the child around who I want to bring them around, as long as they're safe and I think they're safe enough or whatever.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And to be honest, if you're in a relationship, if you break up and it was a breakup that was done responsibly, and you don't really lose respect for the person you just broke up with. You guys both established that it's done. You guys have moved on. there should be no reason why you can't allow your kid or even your ex. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to notify them who you're with and who your new
person that you're dating is.
Person that you're dating, your prospect is.
Yeah, your new prospect.
But
because there's girls out here that are like, or even guys, but mainly girls that are out here like, oh, I don't want my baby. And I think it's mainly because of the way that they broke up with the person. I think it depends on that. Like you said, it's a big factor on how their attitude is moving forward. But it's very hard because a lot of relationships break up not in a healthy way. So then how do you deal with that?
More so the question is, are you responsible enough to be a good character judge of who you're allowing into your life?
Yes.
After you split up with your child's other parent.
Right.
Is this person going to be a good positive role model in your child's life? Are you a good character judge? Are you biased because maybe you're in a rebound phase and you just want somebody, and maybe, I mean, it could go either way. I mean, you could let your ex know and like introduce them to your ex, and it could be a positive experience, or maybe your ex meets this person and maybe they're not over you, and then it creates havoc. So just a matter of all parties being on a mature level to be able to sit down and
communication is key. And I think once you break up, like that's the most important thing, is to try to, especially if you have a child, obviously, try to make your relationship as friendly as possible, because obviously you have to deal with each other. And like you shouldn't have to have any issues with, bringing them. But what I would have an issue with is if you're like a serial dater and you're bringing the child around every single person and introducing them as like their new mom type thing, or maybe like even just a stepmom, whatever it is, but bringing the child around every single person that you're dating. I think you should bring the child around somebody that you're very serious, or you feel serious enough about. I mean, you can bring them around. I see people bringing kids around people that they say are like their friends, like meet my friend, and they'll just introduce them as their friends. I think it's okay, but at the same time, if you're hanging out with that person, obviously you're showing them some type of affection in front of your child. They're gonna know that, okay, like mommy or daddy's getting closer to this person every time. So you have to be careful with that.
I agree, and it's not a positive environment that you want to have your child around. And them meeting this friend, that friend, and then next thing you know, daddy has like a lot of girlfriends, right?
Right.
It's not something that you want your kids to see. I don't know that there's a rule of thumb of how long you should be dating somebody or how long you should know somebody before you can bring them into your child's life. I guess you have to be the own judge of that.
What would you say? Like, what would your advice be if somebody was out there thinking like, well, I'm in that situation, what should I do? Like,
to be honest, it just, for me, it'd be my own personal opinion on how long I've been with this person and
how you feel about them,
how they impact my life, and have they met my friends? Maybe I'd have them meet my friends. Maybe I'd have them meet other family members. Before they meet my kids, and then maybe my kids would be last. Because kids are just like they're
so precious,
and you don't want anything to,
just influence them
or deter their upbringing.
Right. I totally agree. I totally agree. I love your whole thought on that. Like how the kid is the main point at the end of the day. Always. So you have to remove those negative thoughts. Like there's so many people, it's so hard for them. Like you have to let go of those feelings, and for your kid, you have to sacrifice those feelings and put them aside. And so I do think that both parents have the authority to, say, like ask who is that around my kid. But at the end of the day, it's that parent's judgment on, when they have that child. It's their responsibility. So I think we both agree.
I agree.
Well, I mean, I think that's the end of this episode here. It was fun. Did you have fun?
I had fun.
You think you're going to come back?
I'm definitely going to come
back. Comment below if you want this guy right here to come back. See that face right there? You guys want him to come back? Yes or no? Comment below.
What it is I feel like a lot of people, especially in our generation, our age group, they lack the knowledge of, we do a lot of things that, sometimes I scroll on my social media and I see people posting stuff, I see people commenting on things, I see people doing things that are in our age group, and it's just like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So, and definitely not telling anybody what to do, but I mean, I feel like I kind of got things under control. So if I could share my experiences, share my ideas. Maybe you might see things a little differently too and improve your lifestyle.
Of course, man. Your opinion, everybody's opinion counts, right? Like, and yeah, so anyways, we will definitely be bringing him back, okay? I mean, I don't even need your comments anymore after what he just said. I mean, all of that and all that right there. Okay, so make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, share everything in this video. Until next time, this was the Chatterbox Toronto. Bye.